Hello and welcome to Chatter Cave, where we discuss things from movies to TV to video games to whatever the fuck we can think of. I'm your host of Dragon King, Thomas Hughes, and once again I'm joined by my co-host Nicola, aka Hayden Roberts.
Hey, this is actually a good one for once.
Yes, it is. It's a good film because today we're looking at Bait 3D, or simply Bait, since we didn't watch the 3D version.
We don't watch the 3D versions at all.
Exactly. Who has a 3D TV these days?
Like posh random people.
Exactly. Random people. Bare minimum.
Mm.
But yeah, we watch Bait, which was released in 2012, and is an Australian horror directed by Kimball Rendell, who is known more for his second unit director work than being an actual director. He would, however, later on go on to direct Guardians of the Tomb, which starred Kellen Lutz and Kelsey Grammer, two very well-known actors. And Bait focuses on a group led by Xavier Samuels that become trapped inside a supermarket due to a tsunami. But to make matters worse, the group soon realise they aren't and that they're alone, as it becomes obvious that two great white sharks have been washed inside.
And as every shark film, death happens.
Well, when you say every shark film, we
Every
both
shark
watched
film
Jaws
that
of
I've
Revenge.
Yeah, but death did happen.
Shit, death
Just-
happened.
Yeah, it was shit, but it happened.
Well,
And, we're going back to shit films again. Damn
exactly.
it.
No, you need to focus here. Focus your mind. We're not on shit films. We're on good films. So let's get into this and start working. Okay, we'll start with the opening sequence, which introduces us to death.
Yeah, you did actually. Yeah. Big
So
shocked.
it takes a while to actually build up towards anything, but
Mm.
I think it's mainly just for the fact that it did a lot of character development quite early on,
Yeah.
introducing to essentially the two main characters and a victim.
Showing the fiancés and then explaining why, after the attack of her brother, why they're no longer fiancés. Basically,
Well,
characterization.
yeah, basically. But so it pretty much kind of works this film.
Yeah, it does.
A lot of films don't. They just instantly get you into it. There you go. This character's dead. But this one actually decided to build up a little bit of backstory for these characters to then basically put you in more with the characters as the film goes later on.
And obviously, because of being in Australia, it makes it more realistic as to why they Edward Lease know quite a bit about great white sharks and how to deal with them. And obviously,
Exactly.
because Australia, the only place on Earth where everything wants to kill you.
Basically, yes.
Even the fucking sun.
Exactly. But yeah, so as it starts off, you get obviously the sort of plot of you need to go sort out the buoy, was it something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Come on.
And obviously he goes out into the water, and you get the silhouette of the shark following.
So there's everyone going shark, and people actually reacting to the fact there's a shark.
Exactly. Because it's obviously going to attack, but I like the fact that they went for silhouette rather than just like an underwater shot, maybe of it following. Like you see a camera moving towards him. I like the fact they actually show the silhouette from above of the shark slowly going after this guy paddling.
It's a nice break from the other types of shark films we've seen. The better way of doing it, I personally think.
Yeah, just don't talk about those ones. We're supposed to be doing good here, not
that.
That's
good.
But yeah, so the first death is technically the old guy, which is a run-of-the-mill pull under the water.
Yeah, I mean, it starts off. It pretty much starts off like an episode of Neighbours, with colourful asses in the shots.
Or Home and Away, we're not biased.
Yeah, and then you get crossed over with H2O if the mermaids are sharks and kill people, pretty much.
Or any other mermaid-based TV show, we ain't biased.
Yeah, even though the only mermaid TV shows that are set in Australia are pretty much just the remakes of H2O. I think. Yeah, there was a remake, like Mako Mermaids or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as good.
We ain't biased. But you are.
Yeah. As we'll see later on when we meet two cast members from H2O. Oh, God.
But yeah, so obviously, basic kill. We've seen it we've seen it in the first Jaws movie. We've seen it multiple times across the other ones. Just a basic pull under, done. You know it's going to start happening there. But then you get as you said, people acknowledging, oh shit, shark, which is obviously that massive breach in the water from a distance. We see there's a massive splash, and the lifeguards are like, oh yeah, ring the bell, ring the sirens, and obviously everyone's like, oh wait, yeah, there's a shark, everyone out of the water, and obviously the lifeguard who's meant to go, it's just like, oh wait, he's out there, I gotta go save him. Start running like Action Man, get on the jet ski, was it? Start pushing the jet ski out. Her brother, his sister. I'm losing my mind here. His sister charges behind, obviously screaming his name, just get his attention, even though he's not going to hear from that sort of distance. Helps him push it out. He tells her essentially, in a kind of word, back off. I got this. Well, we know he hasn't. But I mean, obviously he then jets out. You get the guy there, just sitting nicely on his surfboard, having a nice little relaxation time. He said doing his job, and you obviously get then him screaming on the jet ski his name over and over again, and there's a shark, and he's like, what? And he keeps repeating the same thing over and over again with the same response before, what? And then the breach from underneath. Where they get a guy flying into the air, which is a bit different to what we've been seeing over the last few films.
Yeah.
Get the guy, flying.
I mean, like, but when they obviously see the shark, like, it's the first instant we go, like, you can tell the CGI isn't amazing, but it is definitely, like,
better.
Way better than that certain 3D film that we will not mention.
Yeah. Jaws 3D. Sorry, my throat's really hurting here. Must be playing that Last of Us all the time recently. Oh,
it's like you got a bad taste in your mouth.
Exactly. Jaws 3D. Oh. Sorry. Okay. Well, I think I'm okay now. Don't worry, I'm okay. Yeah, so as you say, the CG, it's not the greatest, but it's by far not the worst we've ever seen. Not just in at certain 3D film, which I've been coughing about for the.
Yeah, but also all the shit.
Any
movie short films.
No, I don't just mean them as well. I mean like any film requiring CG. Some look fucking awful, even when they got a big budget. Whereas this, I don't think it had a massive budget behind it, but it still looked better than most big budget films probably could.
Yeah, but a lot better than most big budget beard films.
Exactly, and obviously that wasn't his death that's being thrown in the air. And you see the CG shark, he actually lands straight in the water. Tries to do a little swim, yada yada. Tries to get onto the jet ski with the guy, and gets pulled under. So, this is an interesting scene for the fact, obviously, like most, it actually builds a bit of tension with the fact that, oh, is he going to get it? Is he not? And it even has that tension when he's technically rescued and he's grabbed by the guy on the jet ski, but then all of a sudden, ripped straight out of his hands. All that's left is a necklace. I think it's a decent bit of tension build-up.
It's also kind of like is a kind of a callback to that as well in the later on scenes.
Exactly.
So And
then okay, you get another 3D visual. It's obviously the body floating down, which doesn't look the worst because obviously it's covered in water.
And we didn't see it in 3D, so.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't see it in 3D. We just saw, the guy's half-eaten body just slowly sinking into the water before getting dragged away, and then we get the title, which again, it's not a 3D visual, but I think it's done really well for the fact that
Mm,
it's designed. Each letter's designed for like sort of sharp bait,
mm.
and it's obviously being dropped into the water. So you could have just had
'Cause-
like a red logo come on the screen, or like a black logo, or any sort of coloured title logo with the name, and that's it. But this didn't. It went, oh yeah, it actually looked like bait before it comes down and hits the water.
Because it's called bait pun.
It is a
No,
pun. It works. It very much works. So obviously then it picks up a little while later, which is like how many years was it later? I can't remember off the top of my head. Was it months?
it's probably about a year or something like that.
Did it actually even explain how long ago after it was?
They probably did, but you know what I remember is like.
Uh, let's have a look, shall we? I'll have a Google. Uh, I don't actually remember it. I would have to spell bait right. Uh, I don't remember it actually saying. Oh, a year later.
Yeah, I did good. I remember.
You guessed.
Shh, I
But yeah,
remember.
it picks up a year later, and obviously still focuses on the main character again, Josh.
Mm.
I'm gonna end up getting confused halfway through this, but and this is the bit you liked because it had a lot of foreshadowing.
Yes, so the animals sensing what's coming, that the actual disaster was good. Because obviously that is what's realistic. I mean, that's what happens with earthquakes and tsunamis. So obviously, the way animals have better connection to different senses, like they can sense magnetic fields and shit, they're gonna react and get the fuck away from everything.
Yeah, but it's not just that though. You had when he first woke up, you had the TV on, and it was a news alert about
Yeah.
sharks in the area because of a dead whale, and obviously
Mm-hmm.
hinting that it makes sense
The
why
shark.
exactly why they get flooded in because they're in the area, and obviously
And
then
there's also a good bit of hinting as well for the tsunami, because they do on like the weather on the weather thing saying like there's like clear no winds with that thing in it. Obviously he sees the breeze, knowing showing that it's a bit of a what's been reported is different. So obviously show how it's not as expected.
you know, obviously then you got the wind chimes outside blowing, which obviously is where you went foreshadowing. That's obviously where you pointed it out. And then
Yeah.
obviously you get the dog barking, which as you say is a hint at some weather base is happening. The birds when they're flying over, there's loads of them.
Mm.
And it's just a nice touch just for them to basically say, yeah, even though obviously it could just hit and you'd be like, oh yeah, it's tsunamis here, this is where it's gonna happen. But it's a nice touch that they foreshadowed it beforehand and not just hinted at
Mm.
it was gonna hit before it actually did hit.
And not just have it go like, oh hit it just hit it hit. Like, there's no indication that these events were building up to it.
Exactly. And obviously then after this you get the supermarket intro, which is where you get every main character essentially get a minute or two of fame and solo time.
Oh yes.
Each one being introduced. Which was it? The robbers first.
Yeah, they were talking in the
car, wasn't it?
car.
He walked past the car, and obviously they were talking in there. The one with the mask, which is definitely not the guy you see later on.
Totally not.
And obviously the unmasked, more famous guy,
Yeah, because you got to show off the
Doctor Doom.
Doctor Doom and man guy from Charmed.
Exactly. So Strand is in everything. That's quite big.
Mm.
And obviously then it goes on to who is it then? Is it it's just showing off some of the store stuff, isn't it? Like the ones working inside.
Mm.
Then it's the two in the car. Your favourite two characters.
Fucking brilliant.
Then it's the other thief, the cop's daughter. It is, isn't it?
Phoebe.
Yeah.
Well, the character was called Jamie, but I'm gonna say Phoebe because it's Phoebe Tompkins, and she's fit.
You're a nerd. You've only watched that film once, and you remember that name.
What? I like Phoebe Tompkins, alright.
Anyway, then it's it's a security guard, isn't it? Then as he's sort of peeping around the corner and chase after her.
Yeah, chases after her.
Then it's the guy in the back on the. Is he on the security system? Or is he just sitting in there? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think he's done the CCTV.
Yeah, and obviously he's dating
Her
her.
boyfriend. Her boyfriend.
And then obviously then you get the owner introduced in that really creepy way, like, have a look in your pockets.
Yeah.
That's a nice coat. Bet it's got lots of
Nazi.
pockets on there.
They call
The cop,
police.
who turns out to be her dad.
dad.
And obviously then you get the ex-fiance of the main character, who
Mhm.
has a new friend. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
It's not a wink, wink moment. They're not together. They're just friends.
They're just friends, but they're totally fucking.
They aren't.
You can tell from the way they are. And
Yeah,
they act.
and the fact that he makes a comment later on.
Yeah. So they're totally not doing it.
Yeah, basically. I think this scene sort of sequence really works. A lot of
Yeah.
films just don't bother introducing most characters. They just focus on the main one and just introducing him more. But this actually introduces you to more that you will follow throughout this hour and a half, was it? Off the top of my head.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half, yeah. So I just think it was nice for them to get the sort of equal enough screen time just to sort of show their character tropes of nice,
Yeah.
two horny couple in the car. Because, the first time you see them, it's basically them banging.
Yep, pretty much. Like those two, like it makes you. That them two are more like the comic relief in a way, the way they act. But then obviously, you kind of worry about the dog when it happens.
Yeah.
That happens. The whole characterizations, all the bad characters you want to die, and the good ones.
Whoa.
When I say bad, I don't mean that.
The guy at the Charmed.
I mean the shop owner and
the guy in the mask.
the mask guy, who we don't see, who totally dies.
Yeah, totally.
Straight
It's not
away.
the guy who sounds exactly the same.
It's
It's like
a random guy we've not even been shown just pops up.
You'd think though, with that, obviously it's a bit of a spoiler for later on, but you'd think that the other guy would notice by his voice that he's like, wait, I know this fucking guy. You'd think that, wouldn't you? Not just, oh wait, no, I don't know this guy. He's just a random guy that we've managed to save out the water. You'd think he would have put like a different voice, maybe. Put like a really high pitched voice on. Hello guys, how's it going?
Like how he actually does, like when he in the feature scene, we'll go talk to him a bit. I see he puts a voice on
Yeah, but
when he's
you can still
robbing the place.
Exactly, you can still sort of tell it's him. But
He
yeah,
puts it-
we'll go into that more detail when we get to that because we're going a bit too far ahead here. We haven't even got to the tsunami yet,
I know, yeah. It's just
which is the obviously next part, which again is a hint at again when Josh is sent to the bathroom and the sink starts acting up and just obviously it starts pouring water and the next minute it stops and it's like okay, something's not right here. And obviously then you get the gunshot, which is where you get the masked robber, because he was meant to stay in the car while the other guy essentially robbed the place, and he went in, stuck up the owner, found out there's no money in the safe. Yeah, found out there's no money in the safe. Yeah, what I find funny with this is the fact that he walked in with his mask off, and then when he got to the door, finally put the mask on.
I was like that. I was thinking, like, why did he? Like, I understand why, in a sense, like, it's going to be more conspicuous, like, him walking in with the mask.
Yeah, but I mean, wouldn't the...
But now people know what it looks like.
Exactly.
He looks at the police guy.
Because you look at the camera systems, and clearly you can see this guy in the same fucking jacket, one moment without a mask and one moment with a mask. So, it's a bit of a dumb idea, but as you say, it's obviously because, you don't want to walk in with a mask on. But I mean... It would have made more sense for him to like put like a hat and some glasses on maybe to cover it up, and then take them off, put the mask on real quick, and make sure nothing spotted him. That would have made more sense than just walk in, clearly get spotted by every single person in their cameras, and then put the mask on, and clearly be that guy.
But I think it's for us to know he is the rubber guy.
Exactly. But
It's more for the audience sake then.
Smartness. So, okay, fast forward a little bit. And gunshot again. Master Robot, body on the floor because he's come in and shot someone. And got another hostage, which pisses off his partner, who's obviously been caught by the cop by this point. And he's like, lower your gun now. This is never meant to happen. You're meant to stay in the car. And he's like, oh, fuck off. And obviously, this shows obviously some tension between them that will come back into play later on. And obviously, this is when exactly. This is obviously when the actual tsunami hits, which again isn't the best of visuals, but I've seen worse natural disaster visuals in low budget and big budget films. This is like a mediocre again, and I find this scene funny because you have the bit on the beach when everyone's like, "Oh, run away!" Sirens blaring, the kids are getting picked up, what yada yada, and you got one surfer dude who comes from there, he's like, "Cool, dude," and it's like
runs to it.
He runs at the goddamn tsunami. What the fuck? You're going to die, you idiot!
Riding that fucking wave.
What a fucking idiot, man. Who do you think he is? Fucking Johnny Depp in that episode of SpongeBob when he rides a giant wave. For fuck's sake, fucking idiot. I do like. It's not just like drowning scenes. You get obviously a lot of people getting hit by the waves. Obviously, they're clearly dead, drowning. But then you get that one kill that's in the middle of it, so that propeller sort of blade, and it flies and hits that woman straight in the head.
Yeah.
And it's acceptable to do something like that with these drownings also happening. Just so it's just not the same kill over and over again.
Yeah, because it's not just like, oh, the shark is the one killing every single thing. It's more like, well, a tsunami just hit. Things are going to go fucking flying into people's faces, and people are going to die from the tsunami. Not just.
Plus, if you're going to sell yourself as a 3D movie, you have your 3D visuals.
Yeah.
Which is obviously what the Blade was. It was in sort of a 3D sort of stance. Because even though we can't see the 3D of it flying out the screen, you can always tell when a scene is 3D and when a scene is not. In a film that's in a film that's designed as a 3D film and not just as a 2D, you can always tell. Like if, say, for example, I watched Spider-Man: Far From Home last year in 3D because I couldn't get a 2D showing, and obviously you have the visuals coming out, yada yada. But then when I watched it at home on 4K, you can't tell. Yeah, I can sit there and go, oh yeah, that was in 3D, but you can't tell when watching it exactly where the 3D is if you've not watched it in 3D before, because it was always shot as a 2D movie. Whereas something like this was always shot as a 3D movie, but it's still watchable in 2D. Which is why obviously you can tell with the shark at the start jumping out, the guy floating in the water, and obviously then the propeller blade flying. You can always tell with those sort of sequences that this was the 3D that they tried to throw at the audience.
Obviously, if you're going to put, if you're going to 3D movie, you're going to put like a lot of different types of scenes.
Exactly.
They go, fucking hell.
Because people aren't going to come out of it if it's fuck all 3D going, that was an amazing 3D movie. But if you put loads of 3D in, but still make it acceptable to watch for like 2D audiences, lots of audiences are going to come out going, that was a great fucking movie.
Yeah. You want to at least please
both sides, yeah. You need to balance out that seesaw. Which is a shit seesaw. You want to go up and down. And not just, leveled out. But in this case, you want it leveled out. Very weird reference from my part.
If you want to, like, get a good seesaw, you want to at least have, like, the right amount of weight distribution.
Yeah, you don't want a fat fuck on one end and a really small kid on the other end. That kid's gone. He'll definitely be in 3D, that kid, when he's flying at someone. Okay, let's back to the movie. Let's get at this seesaw talk. It was a weird reference on my behalf, and I admit that. But yeah, so post-tsunami, you're again showing the main cast like, yeah, these are the ones that survived. And oh look, a mysterious man in the water grabbing someone. He definitely doesn't sound like that mass robber we've been mentioning about. That's clearly a plot twist later on, which didn't work as a plot twist because you already knew the plot twist.
Yeah, that one.
Anyway, so after the reveal of survivors in the supermarket, it then shows you the free in the parking area. Because obviously the guy in the cameras got fired when his girlfriend obviously stole her stuff. So he fucked off down into his van. She then went back up into the supermarket to get his job back, which obviously meant she was trapped in there, while he was trapped down there with the two in the car shagging. You know,
other person from H2O.
Yeah, post shagathon, I should say. But as you guess, or as we saw, sorry, not as you guess. You know, you're not guessing shit here, you're seeing stuff. As you saw in the movie, obviously these two males knew each other. Because he kept calling him Freak Boy. So he knew him from, was it history class he said, or science or something like that? I can't remember off the top of my head.
IE school.
Yeah.
And you can tell the dick guy is a bully, pretty much.
What gives you that impression? The fact he's ripped to fuck?
Yeah, pretty much. And that he's a dick towards the guy.
Who I'm gonna start calling Survivor, because
Survivor.
You'll see soon enough that he's probably one of the best survivors in this movie. He sort of knows what he's doing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, compared to the other two that are down there.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to talk about the bully guy isn't exactly the
best of
smartest person, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the girl isn't exactly
the smartest of people either.
Yeah.
But the fact he managed to con her with with the shoes or something? It's supposed to be like Gucci shoes or something.
Gucci shoes.
It's like $300 or something. She said they were, and he's like, "Oh no, they weren't. They're fake." And she gets really pissed off with him.
You bought me fake Gucci shoes.
But yeah, and what I like with these both scenes, because obviously it shows you the supermarket scene first, then the parking lot scene. What I like about these is the fact that it hints at something non-human in both scenes. So the store scene, you get the ex-fiancé being sort of helped out the water, and at this moment you see a body go under the water, and you're like, oh, okay, what's going on here then? And in the parking area, you get the survivor nudged and then pulled under by something. But he gets back up and that's it. He's like, okay, what the fuck's going on here? What pulled him under and what pulled that goddamn body under? It's hinting at, obviously, it's a shark.
There's a shark there.
Exactly.
So, you haven't noticed.
Exactly. And obviously then, you got back in the parking area, you got the great bit of foreshadowing again with the dog. When it begins to bark at something before you see the tail of the shark, you're like, oh shit, I saw something then. Rewind, I saw something. And they're like, what? I don't see anything. And, what's the bit I said next? They did the scene when the guy's like trying to get onto that car.
Yeah.
And you sort of see the camera angle underneath the water going for his feet. And he's like, wait, there's something going after him. And then he managed to get up just in time after slipping. And you get, again, a silhouette of a shark. You're like, there's a shark in there.
We now know that the shark's there, but...
We knew that before watching the movie because, you know...
Yeah, well, yeah, it's called bait.
And the fact that you look at the poster, it's a shark on the poster and the trailers are sharks. But, you know...
And then the trailer itself revealed way too much than it should have.
Yeah, but, you know, we'll look past that because... You'll see why later at the end of this when we review it. But I mean, it's just a nice touch having the silhouette of the shark rather than like it just jump out and the guy go, oh shit, shark.
Yeah.
It's like a nice little build up before you actually get the bit later on where he's like, well, it's not him, it's them in the car, but we'll get to that bit in a bit. But obviously that was the reveal in a sense, not to the characters but to the audience of the shark in that area. But the reveal in the main area to not just the audience, but to the characters as well, is when Josh starts to wash his arm in the water with blood, which I was like going, idiots.
Yeah.
Because, you know, rookie mistake.
But we don't know that. Well, they don't know there's a shark there, so that can be understood.
Yeah, I know, but still, rookie mistake. You're in Australia for crying out loud.
Yeah, cool.
Um, and obviously it leads to the second hostage from earlier on. Was it her spotting that
Yes.
sort of weird layer of items all clunched together with a doll on top, moving
Hmm.
in a straight line? It's like, hold on, what the fuck's this? And then you get the, oh shit, get out of the water, get everyone out of the water right now. And they're all getting out of the water, and that security guard who got essentially sent to his death by the copper because the robber wanted to go, didn't he? And he's like, oh no,
Yeah.
you're not going anywhere, you're staying in my eyesight. And I don't remember the security guy's name, but he's like, oh, security, go and deal with this. It's like, okay then. And
Which the scene's good for me
you know,
because
it
obviously
eradicates
this
a
is
shit character.
yep, pretty much.
And it's like his air coming out the water, and everyone's there yelling like the top of the lungs, get out the water to everyone. And he's there going, "There's no way out of here. What's everyone doing?"
And you see he gets attacked, but he managed to escape the shark,
Yeah,
and he was so close to getting to like Phoebe, but then
that's what I like about this scene. It's like a
mm,
unique sort of shark kill. After watching the last 4 shark movies, we haven't seen
yeah,
anything like this mainly. But the fact that he, as you say, he managed to burst out of water, start trying to climb the freezers. She grabs his hand,
mm,
tries to pull him up. He's still
but then
screaming at the
obviously
top
the
of his lungs,
hand,
and then next minute, his head and that starts to float away, and she lifts it
yeah,
up, and all that's left is the hand, well, the arm, sorry. And you're
mm,
just like, oh shit! And it's a nice visual as well. It's not like shitty CG or anything. It's a nice actual visual.
yeah,
And I was like, that's nice. That was, and it's a bit different to that's the kill that we saw earlier on, but the kills and saying all the other movies we've seen. It's a nice sort of moment of this guy could actually survive. Just think like the start kill as well. This guy could survive. This guy could survive, and then no, wait, no.
yeah.
It's not as if he's pulled
This
away.
is that
He's
callback
already
in
dead. And so it's not as if it's like a oh, but you can still be saved. It's oh wait, no,
mm.
he stopped screaming. Why is he stop? Oh no, he's dead. Oh shit.
Another good thing as well is with that scene. Like, after the scene, like when they've all realised there's a shark in there, the fact that he's filmed in Australia and like they've worked by the sea have to understand sharks in a way.
Yeah, you get
It
that.
gives them a reason for why they can like determine
Yeah,
what shark it is
you get the back and
from.
forth between the two obviously former lovers, don't you?
Yeah,
And they're
because
like,
they're like, well, this is a 12 foot
yeah, it's
fucking
like, yeah, I can't remember the actual
shark.
quote they said. It's like from the tip of the dorsal fin to the tip of the tail,
Yeah,
and it's like,
6 feet.
yeah,
It's
something like
12
that.
foot.
And then he stands up and he's like, "There's a 12-foot great white shark," and they're like, "What?"
And that's kind of good because
It's
obviously it'd be a bit more questionable if that was like in America and like, well, based on that size of
un-
like certain
unless
stuff
it's
they
Will
wouldn't really
Ferrell and
know.
John C. Riley after watching Shark Week and Step
Yeah,
Brothers, they might be able to determine it then.
it's pretty much like unless they're like shown to be like experts,
Yeah,
you wouldn't really expect them to like be this factual with sharks. Well, because obviously it being Australia, where as I said before, where everything wants to kill you, it's understandable that they would at least have some shark knowledge.
exactly. And plus, he's a former lifeguard as well, and her
Yeah,
brother was a former lifeguard, and so obviously she was married.
yeah.
Well, she was gonna get married to him, not the brother, the other guy. And
Mm.
again, lifeguards, so the knowledge would be around there, like, oh, you need to watch out for the sharks. And they probably went for like an entire course of learning about sharks, so it makes sense.
Mm.
And as you say, they already know everything in this goddamn country wants to kill them, so they definitely know logic regarding sharks. But
Yeah, they're probably not everything about fucking spiders and
exactly,
had to stop a
that one's
kangaroo
got a
attack.
leg this size and that size, it's got that colour. That's Black Widow, that is. Well, that's a funnel web, that is. But yeah, they probably know everything. We love
Mm.
Australians. And but yeah, I just like the line. It's how it's said and like the discussion building up. So I just really enjoy that.
Mm.
It's like a nice bit of discussion, and obviously then you get the quite decent. Even though he puts like a blandish face on, he's like sort of got still like a shocked expression of there's a 12-foot great white shark in here, and everyone's like, oh shit, and then you see it swim between them, and you're like, oh shit. And obviously then we get the lower level shark reveal. So
Yeah.
it's actually done differently to the first one because there's no obviously death, so there's less blood, and it's obviously very
Mm.
quick. With obviously the two men, because the one's obviously managed to get out of the car sort of, and he's poking his head out the sunroof thanks to the shoe incident, which led to her finding like a Was it like a nail set or something? Because she managed to do it without smashing a window.
Yeah, she basically opened the mirror thing and grabbed like a little like a nail file and unlocked the sunroof and just like there.
Yeah, because this idiot wanted to smash the window open.
Because
Whoa! You're gonna be dolphined for that.
oh, not again.
And obviously you get the shark swim past, and obviously you see the dog barking, and the woman obviously like, oh shit, and she pulls him down, and he drops down. He's like, oh shit, which is in a quite funny sort of manner. It's not just like, oh shit, it's a oh shit.
It's almost like fucking Michael Caine. Oh shit!
I just realised that. Oh yes, but well, it's not as funny as Michael Caine saying "oh shit," because it's Michael Caine. We love you, Michael Caine. But yeah, it's a funny way of revealing the shark. They obviously have the uniqueness of there's a 12-foot great white shark in here. He has the oh shit, and obviously then we get the bit when it's like the dog being both useful and useless because it keep barking. Obviously, it alerts the characters to the shark, but it's now alerting the shark to the characters in the car, and it obviously smashes into the window, causing it to start flooding in. So a dog is useful and useless at the same time. But it's a dog, so we'll let it slide.
Not exactly like that dog trying to like fight the shark, is it really? It's like that shark would have that fucking dog as a chew toy.
Don't worry, I'm already in the works in that film, Shark versus Dog. The dog's gonna start battering that shark.
It's just a little pomegranate.
But yeah, the scene that we sort of mentioned earlier with the two in the car is one of your favourite lines. Is the argument where it's just really funny how they say. So she keeps asking him if he's seen the shark, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I've seen it, but I thought I'd keep it a secret, so you'd be surprised." Come on, this is some funny shit.
Fucking brilliant.
Even though obviously there's a scene in the bit which makes you go, "Oh fuck you, guy! This is his prime time of the movie. I'm keeping it a secret because I want you to be surprised."
Just them bickering is hilarious. Like this is a life and death situation, and there's bickering.
Whoever came up with that line needs a pat on the back because that is a fucking spot on line. That calms the mood a little bit and gives the audience a little laugh. And you're like, for fuck's sake, what the fuck? But at the same time, oh my god, my stomach's killing me now from that laughter. Anyway, let's get into more deaths. So the next key sequence is the next death, which is supermarket brand Iron Man scene. So Tesco brand Iron Man. Other supermarket brands are available.
That's true.
So to sum it up, the plan here is where's he? Is he in? Oh, I can't remember where he's from. The character exactly. I don't want to just guess a country and then to be called a racist when I guess a wrong country. Let's have a look, shall we? Come on, where are you? Do you remember his name at all?
No. Come on. I've only remembered one name for this entire film, and that's Jamie, because that's Phoebe Tonkin. That's literally it. It's the only name I've remembered.
It's not that guy, is it? Oh, fuck. It's me that's trying to guess which character it is now because I can't remember. Let's see if I can.
Racist.
So Stephen was the owner. It's not him. Let's have a look.
Professionalism here.
It is professionalism.
We're well prepared.
Obviously. Come on, where are you? Come on, do you go with the music? You keep doing some music in the background. I've got a feeling it's this guy. I've just lost his name there. I think it's Jessup. Might pronounce differently.
Like Jesse, but with the P silent.
I know it's not. Stephen is the boyfriend.
Uh,
But who the fuck's Jessup?
maybe.
Is that the owner?
Well, it might be now then. So, Stephen.
Yeah, Jessup is the owner. So Stephen, question is he actually his descent or is he not? Because he's a Chinese actor, but I don't. But it says he's based in Singapore.
How racist was the film?
But I can't. They returned from Singapore, so he must be from Singapore. Will they say of a foreign, non-Australian nationality? So yeah, this non-Australian, we'll call him, decides to utilize metal cages, baskets, to, as I said, make himself a supermarket branded Iron Man. Attach a pipe to his mouth and jump in the water to go turn off the power because the power is powering obviously all the lights that are still working and a giant wire that is hanging just above the water about to execute everything in its path. So he's like, okay, let's get these metal cages, put this on, I'll get down there and sort it out. So you found this scene stupid. Not just the fact he's supermarket branded Iron Man, but when he finally manages to get there, because obviously he goes to the water, goes face to face with the shark, shark bumps into him, ignores him, swims off, and then obviously they're doing the joke with the guy on the top. The guy's definitely not a robber, saying that he wouldn't eat a cheeseburger. He said he wouldn't eat a cheeseburger he was rapping on. And he goes, but then again, I'm not a shark, and he's just there laughing, and he's like, yeah, he's clearly a bad guy. And obviously he goes to the water, gets to the room, but the tube's not big. Yeah, the tube's not long enough. So he obviously unhooks the tube, goes further, switches it off, and obviously the power goes out. You're like, yeah, okay. So the logic thing here is, even though obviously he's currently trying to get air, logic, as you said, would be to go to the tube and go back to it. But the two characters' logics do not match your logic, as the guy in the holding the tube decides to reel it in, even though he's clearly felt that he's already let go of it. So he's totally not like reeling it in so that he kills the guy so he can get his Shantae for himself. Exactly. So he reels it in. At the same time, he's there trying to get air from the small pocket of air above the water, but
he's got a massive fucking basket on his head.
Well, not just that, but I mean, why he's got all this heavy metal all over him. So essentially, no matter what he does, he's gonna sink and not rise up. Which
he's gonna die.
You see when obviously he does die because he drowns and then floats to the bottom because he's covered in metal, so he's gonna sink.
But it's a good death though, because it's not a
shark
death.
Yeah,
it's not a shark. He just died from pure stupidity.
Exactly. I don't think I've seen a shark film off the top of my head that had someone died just by drowning, no shark related.
Obviously
you can say it's shark related for the fact that he put the suit on to protect himself from the shark, but it's not a direct shark death, which is quite unique for a shark movie.
And also, I'm kind of glad that they used the armor as just to not really make him look like Neil. So the whole point was shark wasn't interested in because he didn't look like
food.
Like the whole reason sharks attack humans because they look like seals, like in the water. That's really the only real reason they attack. But with the bulky thing, it looks more like the random obstacles that he's flying past. So I'm glad they didn't use it as actual armor and have the shark try and attack him, because
they fought him off.
The shark would fucking rip through that easily.
Right, you saw what happened to Hooper.
Yeah, that's what I was saying when I saw it. It's like even Hooper had a better cage than that still fucking broke.
Exactly. But then again, that was a much larger shark. This is quite a small shark compared to that giant animatronic shark we saw in the first Jaws. Because that was one big ass fucking shark. I don't even know how big that shark was in that film. It's got to be longer than fucking 12 feet.
12 feet. A baby wolf on the set. from the 3D
25
film was
foot.
but the same size as that.
25 foot is the shark in Jaws.
Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Yeah.
Jaws
I mean,
2
I think
was
it has more
30.
distraction armor.
Jaws 2 was 30 feet.
Mm.
Jaws 3 was 35 apparently. Big
The
shark.
mummy one.
Yeah. Mama
Or the
shark.
baby.
The baby is close to 15 apparently. But the main character claimed
So
it
the
to be
baby
10.
in the 3D film is bigger than
They claimed it was 10
the
though.
sharks.
It's like apparently according to this one, it's likely close to 15 feet in length, but in the film they claim it to be 10 feet.
Because
And
the
obviously
film
then
had so many problems, they want to add more to it.
the fourth one was 21 feet. So
Well,
okay, this is non-bait related. This is something we should have. If I found this out, I would have brought it up during the other ones. So I found like a sort of page here. It's talking obviously about the sharks in Jaws. So you got Bruce, which is the first shark. You got Brucetta, which is the second one.
Brucetta.
Sorry, Bruce. Yeah, no, Brucette. I think it is.
Brucetta.
Brucetta is Jaws 3D, and then Vengeance is what it's called in Jaws Revenge. But yeah, and apparently that one. So by the sound of this, Jaws Revenge is linked to the both two Jaws movies, even though it never mentions a second. Because apparently, it's supposedly the child of Bruce and Brucette. Yes. Apparently, in the novel based on must be Jaws of Revenge, it explains that it's a child of those two.
It's a supernatural child of two sharks that's developed the ability to earn revenge. God, we're going back into that shit film. Let's focus on the good one.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just getting interested. I'll look into this more later on. But yeah, so
shit fanfic.
I'm gonna let you go look into this post review. But anyway, so the next bit is the dog getting thrown scene.
Yep, the dog murderer.
Yeah, so they managed to get the car thanks to the guy sawing that dead body's hand off and using it to bait the shark, which it does. It goes for it until obviously it hears them splashing behind and goes for them, and it leads to the boyfriend throwing the dog at the shark to save his own skin. Which, as you say, leads to some interesting conversation between the couple, and she calls him a dog murderer, which is worse than a regular murderer. That was it, worse than a people murderer. God damn it. This, it leads to his downfall completely, and people not giving a shit about him. In a death or two time. I think it's 2 deaths time, actually, because the next death is the boss, which is Jessup, if I remember what I said earlier. So, this death, which is pretty much straight after this, obviously, as you think, dog's death, it's quite quick after, and it's seen a mile away, because they're like, okay, I have an idea, going through the air vent, throw a rope over, tie someone up, get them into the vent, crawl through, get outside, alert everyone to help people in their sharks, and obviously the owner's like, obviously the arsehole owner's like, oh yeah, fuck it, I've had enough sitting around here, I'll do it. So they tie him up, send him up, gets knocked down by crabs because there's loads of fucking crabs in the air vent. And then he's dangling, screaming, I'm going to make it, which obviously is a scene that was in the trailer, which spoiled his death. Yeah. But it's nice to see an arsehole character get torn in half.
Oh, that's true.
What, I'm not a psycho, I swear.
I mean, you are, but so am I, so...
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was a half-decent death as well.
Yeah.
And at least it was like on-screen and not off-screen. And obviously you get the aftermath as well with the bottomless body just dangling, which actually looked decent. I've seen some films, cough cough, Deep Blue Sea 2, that did a body cut in half sort of moment where the guy pulls him out of a net. What was it? A hatch. I'll call it a hatch. He pulls him out of a hatch, and you see obviously like his guts and that hanging out and falling out, but it's all CGI guts and shit, so it looks fucking awful. But basically, this was better than that, even though the shark attacking was clearly CGI. but still
Because this film does do a mix, doesn't it? A mix of
exactly,
CGI and practical.
which is something I think I've wrote down further into my notes, which we'll talk about whenever I get to that part. I think it's a bit. I think it's a bit later when I get to that. I think I know when it is. It's when Phoebe Tompkins is attacking the shark. That's when I mentioned it. Oh, sorry, spoiler. Rewind.
Spoiler.
Rewind. So yeah, what did you think of this death then?
I thought it felt good because, like I said, you want the arsehole characters to die, and the fact that we get to see this arsehole character die, it felt good,
Yeah,
and it looked good as well. So
yeah, it looked good.
it was more like it could have been awful, but it wasn't. So
And I just love their reaction at the end, like, right, he's dead. Just let go of the rope, fuck it. Let him splash in the water. And did you get him more to pieces then? I think it did, didn't it? The shark went for him.
yeah, I think it
Ripped him to pieces then, didn't it? The body.
because it is a shark.
Yeah, and it is
It's
fucking blood
see,
pissing everywhere. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it ripped into pieces.
mm,
Yeah, okay, fuck it, carry on. The next death is obviously Kyle's death, which is the boyfriend who took the dog. So,
mhm,
due to the dog being thrown, most people were probably happy to see, obviously, him die.
definitely.
And to be fair, seeing him get torn to pieces is another different kill for this movie. So, what I mean by that, that means, like, torn in two. I mean, he was torn to pieces.
Literally.
And, yeah, okay, we get the same sort of torn to pieces kill later on, but in a different style and vein to what we get here. And I like the fact this movie is doing kills differently and not just doing the same kill over and over again. Even as I said, they do the sort of next kill pretty much the same, but a lot of the kills so far have been a different one after the other. But after a while, you run out of ways a shark could kill someone. You can't throw in the same kill there. But yeah, what did you think of a dog murderer's kill?
Oh, like I think that one probably felt more good than the Arcel guy because I think he just felt more deserved. Like he's literally like what the blonde mermaid says. Dog murderers are worse than people murderers.
Yeah, but when he's dying, she's there screaming for his life, trying to rescue him.
She's well. What are you going to do? Really, you're going to watch him die?
Well,
Like as if you in real life, if you were her, and this person that you just had naughty times with not long ago,
about
he's
what?
being
A couple of
eaten
hours
alive.
ago. Oh, you might just close your eyes and turn around and say la 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 la. But what was the build up for this kill? It was the guy trying to get to them, wasn't it, on the van? And
He was to get to the
he climbs across the pipe, doesn't he? He crawls across it, but doesn't the pipe break, if I remember correctly? And he falls in. Manages to get onto the van. Shark hits the van, knocks him into the water, doesn't it? That's how he gets killed.
Yeah,
that was it.
because I remember the survivor guy obviously is on the same place of her.
Yeah. Obviously now these are clearly both going to be the two survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously then it goes back to the main set of people where they're like, where the robbers are like, okay, fuck's sitting down here ready to die, we're gonna escape. And it has an interesting idea of, we're gonna catch this shark, we're gonna get some bait, we're gonna hook it up, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. Which, not many films you see that. They're just trying to kill the shark, but he's like, we're gonna catch it and stop it from getting us. Which is a nice, interesting way. And obviously gets that tense moment where obviously Phoebe Tompkins decides to dive into the water when her dad's like, oh, I'll do it because I'm already dying as it is. She's like, no, you're not doing it, I'll do it. And she jumps in and gets the meat. And it forces her to then beat down the shark. What are they called? I've written down meat hammer, but I can't think what they're called.
Tenderizers.
Is that what they're called? Tenderizers?
Meat tenderizers, yeah, because they're designed to break the ligaments.
Yeah, and obviously she beats the shark down with that until obviously she managed to escape. And I think this leads to the interesting moment of the robber pointing out that, okay, this guy's actually the good guy. When the fact he then saves her, because he could have just let her die and been like to the cop, fuck you. But no, he helped her up. And he's like, okay.
It makes, especially me, who was like, if she dies in like this scene, I am lowering the points. But
It obviously points out why he wasn't the robber as well earlier on. That when in
Mm.
Guns Blazing, it shows that even though he does bad by stealing stuff, he won't
Yeah,
he
he
won't go
didn't want
over
to
the
kill.
line and kill. Even though he kills in a bit, but that's a different sort of
Oh
story.
yeah,
Different
he didn't want
story.
to kill anyone innocent.
Yeah, different story. But then, obviously, then you get the actual scene of live bait. So they hook the meat up, hook it up to loads of stuff, throw it in, and the shark just ignores it. And
Because it's tiny.
exactly, even though obviously we already said you can tell the fucking master robber is the guy that's the mysterious stranger. It's an interesting reveal the fact he stayed quiet for so long. He didn't like go, oh yeah, this was me. He actually shut up and stayed quiet. And then obviously he gets up and it's like, the reason it's not going for it is because it's once live bait now. It's eaten like what?
Yeah.
How many people was it eating now? It's eaten
That one's eating probably like
2, was it?
2.
Yeah, it was the
Security guard
the
guy
security guard and
and
the owner.
owner.
Yeah, it's 8-2, and he's like, oh, it wants live bait now. That's not going to cut it. And obviously, then he pulls his gun out, he grabs the woman, and is like, pulls the same voice he did earlier on when he was obviously holding the hostage. And he's like, get back now. And they're like, wait, we saw the body earlier with the mask on. He's like, oh, that's not me, you idiots. And we're just like, see, we said it wasn't him. And you then get the moment where he obviously throws her into the water, and he's like, well, he hooks her up, doesn't he? He hooks her up and throws her in the water. And he's like, anyone tries to get her out, I shoot. And then next minute, he gets the fucking the blade into his back, was it? He threw it into his back, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he drops the gun. And obviously, they managed to get her out of the water. And he grabs the hook and he's like, oh, fuck you. Hooks him up, throws him in.
You were right, though. He will go for life bait. Thanks for offering, and chucks him in the water.
And he throws him in, and he obviously screams as he gets then ripped apart again. But in the process of ripping apart, hooking them out, got the shark.
The shark.
And it's quite another good sort of visual.
Yeah.
Because again, as we said, this is another sort of sequence where when the shark comes out the water with all the guts hanging out its mouth, it's the mechanical shark again. It's not the CGI shark.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the second or third time they're showing this mechanical shark in this movie, and it's just nice to have known that they at least used some practical, not just obviously computer generated.
And practical looked actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looked very much realistic, which unlike obviously the Jaws ones, which well, we know the story with the first one, but I mean the later ones, which could have improved on it, didn't. They just gave us the same sort of shark, but slightly different, and it didn't look as good as this obviously slight glance of a mechanical shark did. But I mean, it's not the only film I've seen using mechanicals, obviously killer animals. Lake Placid, the original one, did it. Anaconda did. Rogue, which is another Australian one. These are 3 films that obviously 2 of them we're going to cover next year. I've already stated that, and the other one I wouldn't mind doing as a bonus one at some point. But I mean, they all use mechanical animals for certain sequences, and they look fucking really good. You can tell they're mechanical. You're like, that looks alright. That does. And obviously, they do use CGI for certain scenes, like more complex scenes. But I mean, when they use the CG, it doesn't still look terrible. It looks okay. It looks acceptable, just like this film. But yeah. So, what did you think of this guy's death?
Oh, that was probably my favourite death, because like not only is it the whole the bad guy gets killed, but it's also like it's the most practical one as well. Like the whole hook scene, and it helped. That kill helps like the survivors to survive.
And I think of all the characters that have died so far, he's been the one that is most deserved to die.
Because he kills somebody.
Yeah, he's already killed someone. He's already tried to kill a second person. Okay.
The only guy was just an arsehole.
Yeah.
And dog murderer, as we'll reveal later.
He's not a dog murderer.
He attempted it, but
actually dog survived.
Yeah, that was a tiny spoiler there for you.
Yeah. Oh, it's the next bit on my note anyway, so I might as well say it now out the way. But I mean, you missed the security guard off, but again, he didn't.
Oh yeah,
he was just like this minor character. Yeah, exactly. He's just a minor character. And even
I saw him as an antagonist to Phoebe Tonkin, so I was right.
Even the first two that were killed, though, just obviously you didn't even get to know them that much. Just these two normal guys.
Yeah.
I mean, all these ones that died so far, as you say, even though the boyfriend was a bit of an arsehole with some of the stuff he was doing, he wasn't an arsehole as in, I will kill you, arsehole.
Yeah, he wasn't like an actual bad guy.
Exactly. So, thumbs up for killing the bad guy film. And thumbs up for that, making it his partner who killed him.
Yes, that was also very good.
Exactly. And obviously then you get the scene where they're obviously about to try and escape, and you get the dink, 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 dink on the pipes from below from the two survivors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as you say, the most generic knock ever. That you even said that you and Dan, was it, used to do it back in the day? You used to do it just to alert Dan that you was at his front door. And he's like, it's the most generic sort of fucking knock of dun 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 dun.
Literally it. And it's what everyone always does, but like that was like shown to say like, oh, only he would know.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, it's Ryan, was it his name, I think, in the film, but obviously we call him Survivor. He's like, oh, it's Survivor, and they're like, oh, she jumps in, go and get him, and the cop's like, no, Jamie, and he's just like, go after her, and the main character's like, I got this. I'll get to this cool action sequence, but I've got it. And he obviously jumps in, follows that, goes down there, and obviously they get in there, and the next minute they're like, oh, get the water, it's a fucking shark, and they're like, oh shit, not again.
No, fucking another one.
And obviously they manage to dive on top of the fucking car, and they get obviously he gets knocked off the car, managed to jump out the way as the shark smashes his head through the fucking glass. Again, this mechanical shark being used for this scene.
Yep.
And then she's like, oh, we managed to get onto my dad's car. Oh.
Guess what? He's the police officer. He's got guns.
Obviously, he managed to get in, get the shotgun, start loading it up, and he does that cool. Obviously, you're like, what the fuck's going on here? He does that action sequence where he jumps in. Right, he fires one shot. Obviously, jumps in, cocks the gun again, and a shark comes at him, and it has that nice visual of the shark trying to get him. He sort of slides his way underneath and just goes click, bang, and you obviously have the visual of the head just exploding above the water. And he's like, that's nice. It's nice to see another exploding shark after 4 movies.
But at least it wasn't like as, we'll say, ridiculous looking as those ones.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no thumbs up from you there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So they obviously get out there. They manage to get up.
Mm-hmm.
Got a dog in the purse, as you said. Oh yeah, save the dog.
Yeah, also.
And you then get them back into the main area. She runs to her dad. Yada yada. They're all sort of having a laugh, hugging. The guys, obviously, the robbers against the. Oh, we'll call him Good Robber now. We're not going to call him Robber. We'll call him Good Robber. And
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, call him Dr. Doom. So Dr. Doom's got the power box. He's like, oh, you need to get out of here now. I'm gonna pull this, and obviously he's gonna blow it up. Wait a minute, I just realised something.
What?
If that was a power thing he pulled, why didn't they go for that one earlier on and not the one in the back?
I don't know.
That was a power box, wasn't it?
I think it's like, yeah, it was a power box, but I think that one was one that was already turned off.
Oh, yeah, good point.
They wanted to turn the one that was already on off.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because of the live wire was going to electrocute everyone.
Yeah, okay, that makes more sense now.
Which we didn't mention. That's why he went into the water for the first place.
I did mention it. I did say there's a power line above the water about to electrocute everyone. I did mention it. I'm not dumb. I did mention it.
No, I'm just deaf, so.
Yeah. But anyway, so you get them all out, and he's like, he's like, you sure you know what you're doing? He's like, yeah, I got this. But then all of a sudden, it starts to rumble, and obviously another sort of quake, and the shark ends up getting knocked loose. And they're like, oh shit, get out of there. And again, it's another unique death. Obviously, you get the badass moment again with the guy sort of, running up that, it was like a platform or something, wasn't it? He was running up it, and he sort of managed to do that weird, because he tries to shoot, doesn't he? And as you said, his gun's fucked, but obviously I didn't know if
being shot underwater.
I didn't realise that at the time. I was like, oh, a bit of an idiot for not reloading his gun. But then, it makes more sense. His gun being fucked for the shooting under the water. And obviously then he does the run up. He managed to spin his legs onto that dangling bit on the ceiling, while Doctor
Yeah.
Doom's obviously hanging for his life just above the power box, and he does that weird swing where he pulls out his taser and fires it.
He tasered the guy. He tasered the
And
shark to
he
death.
tasers it in 3D, and the shark's like, "Roar!" And I was positive Michael Bay wasn't involved in this movie. It was slow motion, it was action, and it was.
But there was no Megan Fox.
Oh, good point. What?
That's
Oh, yeah, good point. Okay, yeah, that gets rid of my theory.
that's his sticker to every film he ever does is Megan Fox. Even if she's like, even when she was 15,
Yeah, okay, that makes.
he was illegally sexualizing her.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. See, I didn't mind this scene because it's a little throwback to Jaws 2 in the sense it was a shark getting fried,
Yeah.
but minus the shark getting set on fire, and obviously it was done with a taser rather than a giant electrical cable. But obviously you complained about the fact that you can see the current zapping its way through the wires.
For when obviously Dr. Doom turns on the thing and obviously it electrocutes the car, which makes a big boom. It was you wouldn't naturally see the electricity going through the wire, but yeah, I mean it's more for visuals for the dumb audiences who have
No idea what the fuck.
what was going
Yeah,
on.
basically.
They
Obviously,
can be like, oh, it's electricity.
obviously that brings us pretty much to a nice end to the movie with them blowing a hole.
Mhm.
And that's it. Oh wait, no, yeah, they exit through the hole. They see the damage caused by a tsunami. Oh, and a shark jumps out the water and kills a very CGI looking seagull.
Yep.
And
And that was the
that was the end.
end of the film with a nice sort of sing song.
Yeah,
at the end of it.
I'll have to sing song at the end. What was the song? He was like, "What the fuck's this song?" It's like there is a shark or something like that.
Yeah.
He's got a sharp teeth for some weird song. And you were like, "What the fuck we listen to?" But yeah, I think it's about time we over all this. Overall, for me, after sitting through obviously the two previous Jaws movies, this is a breath of fresh air.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But not just after seeing those two movies. When I first saw this film, I hadn't really seen any big cinema shark movies in quite some time. It may have just been low budget, really shitty shark movies. So yeah, as I said, the CG
They've all got 3 heads.
exactly. So as I say, whereas the CG isn't the greatest CG ever, it's still acceptable to what we've seen. And as you said, the animatronic shark they used is a great bit of obviously animatronics as well. So I could have just done it all CG, no animatronics, but they chucked it in, and I respect them for throwing said animatronics into the movie.
Yeah.
It makes it look more realistic.
There are some scenes where CG would be bad, like when she's attacking it.
Yeah.
If it's CG, it would look really cringy and awful. But because
unless it's solid CGI.
Oh yeah, if it's like fucking like Avengers Endgame level CGI, I'm sure it'd be brilliant. But
like Thanos level CGI. If it's
Yeah.
Thanos level CGI, it would be acceptable. But if it's let's think. I'm not referencing Henry Cavill's mustache again. I've done that.
No, we've already done that.
I'm gonna stick with the Marvel idea in the sense of the unmasking times with the Iron Man helmet in Civil War. It looked quite shoddy. Those two instances of CGI. If it's Thanos, it looked great. If it's the helmet,
or Infinity War, where the Hulkbuster scene.
Oh, when you can clearly tell
Bruce is in there.
Yeah.
You guys are so screwed.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that's worse.
One we don't talk about.
That's worse than the Iron Man helmet in Civil War. Yeah. So if it's that, then it looks fucking terrible and cringy. But if it's the other one, then it looks perfect and amazing and it's well done. But thankfully they use the animatronics instead, because I love when they use animatronics in movies. And
it has a bit of realism to it.
And I say it looks way more realistic than any of the Jaws sharks, even the first Jaws. No offense.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole point of it not being shown.
Exactly.
In that film.
And I think, to be fair, it's got a unique plot that is it's paced very well, I think.
Definitely.
And
the Pitt's great actors, I think.
Yeah, that's what I said, and it has some very good actors and actresses. So for me, the movie is an 8 out of 10. It's no Jaws, but it's better than the others.
Well, because obviously me being me, I am not the biggest fan of like these shark and animal kind of like films. But for me, I think it would be naturally, it would be a 6 out of 10, could be average. It does get extra points. There's an extra point for having Phoebe Tonkin, and he gets another extra point for having her survive. Yeah, I'm very easily pleased. It's got some kind of actress I like. I mean, I liked H2O. I liked Vampire Diaries and the originals.
So, what you're saying to me is
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10. Okay.
8 out of 10.
So on the
Mostly because it's got a Phoebe Tonkin.
So on the Chatter Cave overall rating, it now overtakes Jaws 2 into second place with an 8 out of 10 average. So obviously the ranking is now obviously Jaws in first with 9 out of 10, followed by Bait in second with 8. Jaws 2 in third on 6. Then we're going into the territory of shitness now. So we got in fourth place, obviously Jaws 3D with 4 out of 10. And last but not least, Jaws Revenge with 2 out of 10. Mainly thanks to Michael Caine.
Yep. However, of course, next podcast.
Don't worry, don't spoil it yet. Don't spoil it yet.
I'm not going to say what it is, but what I'm going to say is, the first Jaws film might get knocked.
It's not going to get knocked off because I'm not going that high with that rating.
Well, please.
I'm not going high with my rating on these.
Why not?
I'll give it a decent rating, but it might go into second. I will say that, but I'm not going that high on this.
I am.
You give this movie a 10 out of 10. I don't know how we're friends.
I might give the second one.
If you give any of these movies 10 out of 10, I think I know the highest I'm going with these. But if it comes to them being joint, we're going to have to figure out some way of sort of unjoining them.
Why?
We'll go into more detail on that next time, but my question of the day is, what would you add to this movie to make it better?
No, I did sort of tell you this when we watched it, but what I would do is first I would remove some of the more stupid bits by obviously having that the fiance friend guy who died as shit Iron Man.
Go for that.
By having him actually be smart and grab the fucking pipe and be able to breathe for that and survive. Because he was a bit of a kind of
See, they could have technically still killed him off. He could have got to the pipe, and the shark could have accidentally knocked into the pipe in the water, and it could have knocked it out of his hand.
Because he did take off the guard around his hand.
Exactly.
So at least he was more vulnerable there. So they could have done that instead, or but having Yins go like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the top with this massive fucking thing on my head." I would remove that. I'd also, because it's me, I would give Phoebe stuff to do. Like maybe have her grab the shotgun and kill the first shark. Because
but she's not the badass like the main guy.
I don't care. I want her to look for that. That's what I would change. Mostly it's more because I have opinions.
Wait, don't say something else then. I'll say what I thought you were going to say afterwards. Anyway, join us next week as we end Shark Month and start a Scooby Month. Well, sort of, as we discuss the first live-action Scooby-Doo movie. But until then, I've been your host, Dragon King Thomas Hughes.
And I cannot wait for the Scooby-Doo film.
And this has been Chatter Cave. Have a good day.
Because it's Australian, hilarious.